Hello everyone, I'm MVL and welcome to my video game pickups for March 2018. As per usual, gameplay footage included for every game on this list. And first up we have Cybernetics for the Amiga. This game is noted as the best shareware shoot-'em-up ever. Now in my opinion, the best shareware shoot-'em-up on the Amiga is Transplant, but this game is still really cool. Like a lot of shareware games, this came with a floppy disk that came free with a magazine. You were in fact encouraged to copy this game and distribute it amongst your friends. And if you like the game and you want to help out the creator, you can send them a little bit of money by post. I love shoot 'em up games and it's great to get hold of this. Cybernetics for the Amiga. Next up we have Hellfire for the Sega Mega Drive. Hellfire is a horizontal scrolling space shooter, and that's really my kind of thing. What makes this game really interesting is you can change the colour of your ship, and that'll change your fire mode when you attack your enemies. Different colours shoot in different directions, like in front of you, behind you, or many directions. And all of these firing modes get enhanced when you grab pickups. And because your enemies will fly at you from literally every direction, you need to keep changing your firing modes fast to keep up with the action. This is a wonderful and really fun space shooter. That's Hellfire on the Sega Mega Drive. And next up we have Descent 2 for the PlayStation 1. This game was known as Descent Maximum overseas. I picked this game up from Cancer Research, a charity shop in Newquay. This is a first-person space shooter. The combat takes place with you inside the cockpit of a spaceship, shooting down everything in front of you. If you thought Descent went to the edge of 360 3D power, blasting sensory overload, then prepare yourself for 30 all-new terrifying levels in Descent 2. Pit yourself against over 20 highly intelligent robot enemies that actually learn, adjusting their actions based on your tactics. Are you ready to go deeper than ever before? Descent 2 for the PlayStation 1. Next up we have Rayman for the PlayStation 1, another pickup from Cancer Research in Newquay. I can't believe I didn't own a copy of this, but now I do. Rayman is a side-scrolling platformer, and a great one at that. Discover the world of Rayman, where action, challenge and technology await you. 60 different levels in 6 amazing worlds. Eye-popping animations using 65,000 colours. And that really does show you how good the PlayStation was with these kind of graphics. It looks fantastic. That's Rayman for the PlayStation 1. Next up we have Wild 9. For the PlayStation 1. I got this game from Faceless Monkey in Truro, another side-scrolling platformer, and this game is wild and weird. It says Wild 9 will reignite your passion for video gaming. With the help of the mystical rig to help you, the galaxy's most powerful weapon, you encounter a string of bizarre characters and torture your enemies in this furiously funny romp across 13 huge, wild worlds. Control the rig, the most powerful weapon ever created. Torture the most ludicrous and petrifying enemies. There's stunning 3D graphics and 9 truly wild characters full of twisted humour. That's Wild 9 for the PlayStation 1. Next up we have Dungeons & Dragons Eye of the Beholder for the Game Boy Advance. This is a great role-playing game for the Game Boy Advance. Not the same game as the original computer game, but it is still really good. Using the D&D system, you make your heroes and set them off on their adventure. You traverse dungeons in first-person perspective, and when you get into battles, the game changes to overhead turn-based strategy. You have a variety of weapons to choose from in melee and range and magic, as you take down whatever monsters lurk in the dark dungeons ahead of you. Great to pick this up, looks fantastic. Dungeons & Dragons Eye of the Beholder for the Game Boy Advance. Next up we have MotorStorm Arctic Edge Collector's Edition for the PlayStation Portable. The Collector's Edition includes some exclusive downloadable content, including a new car and a theme for your PSP, but I don't think I'll be able to download those anymore, as well as cool looking art cards and this snazzy reflective packaging. This is one of 2 Collector's Editions I picked up for the PSP for next to nothing at CEX. This game is also on the PlayStation 2, where I feel the graphics will probably be a bit better. As you might have guessed, this is a 3D racing game where you travel at ludicrous speeds on the snow. The action is fast-paced and frantic, and if you crash, you just keep on going until you reach the finish line. Head to the Arctic Circle for an off-road racing rampage, where sub-zero hazards and reckless rivals ensure no 2 laps are ever the same. The game features 12 thrilling multi-route reversible tracks, and your vehicles are customizable. That's MotorStorm Arctic Edge Collector's Edition for the PlayStation Portable. Next up we have Resistance Retribution Collector's Edition for the PlayStation Portable. Again, I picked this game up from CEX in Truro. I only paid about £4 for this, and this was a game I was looking for, so that's really cool. The Collector's Edition includes a downloadable theme for your PSP, which I'm sure I won't be able to get anymore, some sweet art cards, and this fantastic limited edition packaging. This is a first-person shooter game on the PSP, and it does its best to be a twin-stick shooter without the use of twin sticks. The PSP has a little knob, a sort of thumbstick on the left-hand side. That's used for movement, and the aiming is done with the circle X, triangle, square buttons, which is really awkward. With that said, this game is exclusive to the PSP, and it's still really cool. And the game also includes the option to hook up to Resistance 2 for the PS3 to infect your PSP with amazing extra modes, including Infected mode, unlock new stories, weapons and abilities, and Resistance Plus mode. Use a wireless controller to fight the Chimera. That'll be so much better. If I could do that, it'll be so much easier to control. Well, that's Resistance Retribution for the PlayStation Portable. Next up we have Key of Heaven for the PlayStation Portable. This game is known as Kingdom of Paradise overseas. This is a sweet action-adventure role-playing game. An outcast swordsman, one of the last of his clan, must unlock the secrets once thought lost and restore harmony to the land. An epic action RPG featuring more than 20 hours of adventure. Utilize countless sword-wielding combinations to create a customized martial arts style, and engage in wireless one-on-one multiplayer combat, or download exclusive weapons, items, and special skills. That's annoying. A shame I can't use the online functions of the PSP anymore. Still, this game is very immersive. It has a vast amount of story. It looks amazing. That's Key of Heaven for the PlayStation Portable. Next up we have Rengoku, the Tower of Purgatory for the PlayStation Portable. This is a 3D action game. There's a lot of customization in your combat in this game. Your character can equip different items, ranged weapons, melee weapons to different parts of your body. And that really mixes up your fighting style. Set in a dark and distant future, Rengoku places you in the role of Adam, a battle android fighting your way up a great tower. Your mission is to annihilate your enemies while improving your skills and armaments. This game features intense fighting action with randomized levels for tremendous replay value. That's Rengoku, the Tower of Purgatory for the PlayStation Portable. Next up we have Dead and Furious for the Nintendo DS. This game is known as Touch of the Dead overseas. Now this is sort of an on-rail shooter, but it uses the stylus. And that's the most awkward thing about this game, as you can see in the gameplay. It was very difficult to record with my hand in front of the screen. Apologies for my dirty nails. Now hitting the enemies is not so bad, but reloading is really awkward as you have to drag your ammo from the right hand side of the screen to the left, which is where your gun is. Appropriately, the game's tagline is Unleash Your Anger. Rob Steiner has been jailed for a murder he has not committed. Suddenly he finds himself surrounded by bloodthirsty zombies. From high security prisons to research facilities, pick up your gun and blast your way out. Play alone or with a friend with DS wireless communication, will you solve the mystery? That's Dead and Furious for the Nintendo DS. Next up we have God of War 2 Special Edition for the PlayStation 2. This special edition includes a bonus DVD including an in-depth behind-the-scenes look at the making of God of War 2, plus cutscenes, concept art, trailers, video diaries and developers' comments, and much more. God of War 2 is an action platform game, and a really enjoyable one at that. The end begins. Taking his rightful place on Mount Olympus as the new god of war, Kratos continues his brutal odyssey, striking down those that stand in his way. Encountering Atlas, Icarus, Pegasus, and a host of other mythological creatures, Kratos rages through battle after bloody battle, fiercely determined to alter that which no god nor mortal has ever changed before, his own hellish fate. That's God of War 2 Special Edition for the PlayStation 2. Next up we have Forgotten Realms Demon's Stone for the original Xbox. I picked this up in Cancer Research, a charity shop. This is another D&D game, but this is an action game. The greatest battles are never fought alone. Shamed from their homeland, in pursuit of their own, United by destiny, a fighter, a sorcerer, and a rogue. In a land of mystery and enchantment, they must find the Demon Stone. Switch seamlessly between your party of a fighter, a sorcerer, and a rogue, strategically using devastating combinations of stealth, magic, and power. And the game lets you battle through a plethora of enemies through 10 cinematic and visually stunning levels. That's Forgotten Realms Demon Stone for the original Xbox. Next up we have Worms 3D for the original Xbox. I also picked this game up from Cancer Research in Yuki. This game takes the 2D Amiga classic and makes it 3D, giving the gameplay a whole new dimension of play. I originally played this on the PC, but it's great to have a console version I can boot up and play instantly. Join the party as battle ensues across multitudes of bizarre and incredible worlds. Grab your banana bomb, flying super sheep, or holy hand grenade and prepare to wreak havoc on a dynamic, explosive 3D world. It's like nothing you've seen before. There's immersive single-player campaigns, challenges, and battles to enjoy, and you never play the same game twice with randomly generated 3D worlds. There's more game modes and options than you could shake your coconuts at. That's Worms 3D for the original Xbox. Next up we have X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse for the original Xbox. Another game I picked up from Cancer Research in Yuki. This is a 3D beat-em-up game. A common enemy calls for an uncommon alliance. A secret prophecy has fallen into Apocalypse's diabolical hands. Unite the X-Men with their sworn enemy, the Brotherhood, and liberate Earth from the ultimate tyranny. Command a brand new story in the epic X-Men Legends saga. Assemble previously unimaginable teams from 16 playable X-Men and evil Brotherhood characters. You can upgrade and unleash a massive arsenal of over 160 superpowers. And there's multiplayer with up to 4 players. That's X-Men Legends 2 Rise of Apocalypse for the original Xbox. Next up we have Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year Edition for the Xbox 360. With this cool 3D cover, although the 3D glasses were not present, I also picked this game up from Cancer Research in Yuki. This is an action platforming game where you get to play as Batman. Games Master gave this game 96%, saying it's one of the defining games of this generation. And this game was voted Game of the Year by SFX readers. Welcome to the Madhouse. Descend into the core of the criminally insane as the Joker launches his most diabolical plot ever. The inmates of Arkham have been set free, and it's up to Batman to bring order to the chaos and take back the asylum. The Game of the Year edition includes 3D support, although the 3D glasses are missing from the box. And loads of additional content and previous DLC included on the disc. That's Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition for the Xbox 360. And next up we have Mitsurugi Kamui Hikae for the PlayStation 4. I got this from Limited Run Games at their end of year sale. This is a 3D hack and slash arena combat game. So take your sword and fend off wave upon wave of enemies in this game. Perfect your strike. Finish enemies off in a deadly dance of swordplay, melee and special attacks. Power up your techniques while avoiding the attacking demons. This is extreme, hyper-paced sword action. So unleash your blade and take down wave upon wave of monsters and deadly bosses in your path. That's Mitsurugi Kamui Hikae for the PlayStation 4. And finally we have Windjammers Flying Power Disc Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 4. I picked this up new from Limited Run Games, and you can check out a full unboxing video for this on my channel. I got the pink flying power disc, it's really rare and awesome. Very happy to pick this up, a Neo Geo arcade classic now on the PlayStation 4. The aim of the game is to throw your disc into your opponent's goal, and the game features 2 unlockable mini-games including dog distance and bowling. Incredibly fun and intensely addictive, Windjammers is the perfect blend between sports and fighting game styles. Face the best athletes from around the world and become the best jammer in the world. There are 6 playable characters with unique specs for you to handle. Sharpen your throwing and sliding skills and use the best techniques to defeat your opponents. Is this the adrenaline rush you are looking for? That's Windjammers, the Flying Power Disc Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 4. And that's it. Those are all of my video game pickups for March 2018. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and let me know what you think. And if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as that really helps me out. And I will catch you next time.